the Honorable Dr. Beatrice Muganda, Principal Secretary, State Department for Higher Education, the Honorable Patrick Kilemi, Principal Secretary, State Department of Cooperatives, the Honorable Felix Jalango, the Member of Parliament Langata, and members of Parliament present, top officials from all government present, the diplomatic corps and development partner representatives, the Cooperative University Council Chair, Dr. Jeremy Bundi and Council members, Cooperative University Vice Chancellor, Professor Ngamau Kamau and the University Management Board members, Chancellors, Vice Chancellors, and representatives from other institutions of higher learning present, CEOs, MDs, directors, and the corporate sector senior leadership present, the cooperative movement leadership and representatives present, the cooperative university staff, our student leaders, our students, colleagues, friends, my family, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, on behalf of this esteemed university, the Cooperative University of Kenya, we are deeply honored by your presence here today, especially given your demanding schedule, including your recent state visit to China, where I was privileged to be at the front row to watch you. During that visit, Your Excellency, you reintroduced Kenyans' forward-looking foreign policy to the world, a policy I would describe myself as truly for the next generation. Without a doubt, Excellency, this visit will be remembered for years to come. More importantly, it will elevate our country's progress, particularly in infrastructure development. Thank you, Mr. President. As I reflect on such milestones for both our nation and myself, I'm reminded that this far it can only be by the grace of the Almighty God. Now, in my new role as the leader of the Cooperative University of Kenya, I'm humbled to the core. I'm deeply honored and grateful for the trust placed in me. Again, I say, thank you, Mr. President. Excellency, the Cooperative University of Kenya leadership and staff deserve our praise and applause. For 8 years, without the contribution of a leadership of a chancellor, they remained steadfast. Dr. Bundi here and Professor Ngamau, our University Council Chair and Vice Chancellor, the council members here, management board seated here, and our 300 staff have led this institution with humility, forward-looking vision, dedication, commitment, and genuine authenticity. This is truly inspiring. I pay tribute to the late Joseph William Ndiganyaga, our inaugural chancellor. On these grounds, he once said, "We need a better world for ourselves, our children and generations to come." These are timeless words. This is what we strive for every single day. Excellency, since my appointment, I have reflected on the last conversations I separately had with my late paternal grandparents in January 2006 and May 2024. Both were on their deathbeds. The words, though spoken in frailty, were full of hope. I have wondered how both would react to this moment. I think they would say, my grandfather used to call me Omkulihwa, meaning namesake. My grandmother used to call me Omitsa Wanje, meaning my beloved one. We told you. This too, in ways unimaginable, laid a future for our family. In their possession was a dream, wrapped in faith and courage. They did not stop emphasizing the importance of education. Through my parents, the opportunity was passed to us. My father, William Lumati, due to his struggles with Parkinson's disease, is following this event from our village, Chegulo. My mama, Lillian Lumati, is here with us. These two are warriors of my life. To my wife, Lily, thank you for being the engine behind the wheels. Stepping back for me to fly. Our daughter Kendra and our son Kion, thank you for the extraordinary inspiration every single day. Today, as I affirm the commitment to contribute to my country, the country I love, and this beloved institution, I could not be more humbled. Mr. President, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, across all facets of life, we are witnessing fundamental shifts that challenge long-held assumptions about our way of doing things. Amidst these fundamental shifts, the world is now focused on studying and understanding intelligence. My remarks today are informed by something most of us have experienced, Excellency: courage. Growing up in our village, Chegulo, I saw a lot of it. In hindsight, it was a sheer resolve against all odds to live, maybe to survive. This is the same courage you all saw and continue to witness in villages and towns in this great country, Kenya. This collective courage over the years has enabled many to walk an impossible path, daring to create a different future. Friends, this courage, or we call it cooperative courage, has the ability in complex and vague moments to pose the question, why? Why is a question parents dread when their children pose it. Why, Papa? Why, Mama? Why can't I? Why me? There is power in the question why. Leaders get unsettled when citizens, subordinates ask the why question. It is in the why that we question the present for a better future. Why is a stimulant for researchers? Why challenges the norm? Cooperative University of Kenya sits as a national cooperative institution since 1952. Many of us have been saying this is a young university. This is the oldest higher education institution in this country. Since 1952, this institution has evolved in name, in location, in asset value, in size. But one thing remains unchanged: its responsibility as a cooperative campus. One will not be penalized, Excellency, for saying its mandate extends to over 14 million Kenyans engaged as cooperators and to more than 500,000 employees in the cooperative sector. This university is the cooperative movement's teacher and mentor. That is why, Excellency, this university needs our unreserved and collective attention. Excellency, I will repeat that. That is why this university needs our unreserved attention and collective attention. Its nerve percolates in every family across our nation, and that is its genius. Excellency, our country is pressed for many reforms. One of them, cooperative reforms. The question we ask, is the Cooperative University of Kenya the leading consultant of the government of Kenya on these issues? Is the Cooperative University of Kenya the leading consultant on cooperative reforms? If not, why? Why can't we, Mr. President, unleash a cooperative stimulus program led by this university, led by this institution, for a strengthened cooperative movement, and to have our cooperatives as units to scale Kenya and this government's industrialization agenda? For how long, Excellency, will the industrialized Kenya agenda tarry? Yet we have Cooperative University of Kenya. Yet we have the cooperative units positioned to support. Therefore, Your Excellency, through the Chancellor's Legacy Program, we propose establishment of a multi-donor cooperative innovation and entrepreneurship finance facility. This will fuel. This finance facility will fuel and will be a financing mechanism to unleash quality research, advisory services, and the convening power of this institution. This finance facility will be a launchpad for the Cooperative University and the Cooperative Movement Endowment Fund. This financing mechanism will unleash quality research for all policy decisions for your government, Your Excellency. This facility, Your Excellency, will convene the first annual Cooperative Investment Forum, a deal-making platform, a marketplace for investment interests in the cooperative movement. This will serve as a pillar for the Chancellor's Scholarship and International Exchange Program. Excellency, we are ambitious. The Chancellor's Scholarship Program at Cooperative University will support at least 1,000 brilliant students across the country. Excellency, we are an agricultural economy, and most cooperatives are in this sector. Let's talk about the horticulture sector. It contributes 33% of the GDP, supports 4 million jobs. In fact, Excellency, in 2024, we received as a country 136 billion Kenya shillings from horticulture. But this is the question, Excellency. Why does this sector remain unsupported by a dedicated research and development agency? It leaves the horticulture sector fragmented, underdeveloped, and undercapitalized. Why is Africa the only major agricultural region in the world without a single publicly funded research and development institution exclusively dedicated for horticulture? That is why, Excellency, under the Chancellor's Legacy Program, we will be proposing to you and your cabinet Cooperative University of Kenya to incubate the Africa Horticulture Center. An intergovernmental policy, research, advocacy, and advisory center to unlock the potential of a resilient horticulture in Kenya and in Africa. Excellency, your leadership on climate change and artificial intelligence issues has been resounding. These two phenomena must dictate what this university becomes. Its research must be driven by artificial intelligence, and its brick and mortar must be resilient to climate change. We propose, as part of the Chancellor's Legacy Program, Green Infrastructure and Artificial Intelligence Initiative. This will be an ambitious, bold, and innovative financing approach to improve the university brick and mortar. Your Excellency, you have seen homes and houses constructed in 1952. Excellency, your government, through the State Department of Housing, has announced its support to us with 2,500 accommodation spaces. We thank you, Your Excellency. And therefore, we will do our part. Additionally, through the Chancellor's Legacy Program, through a PPP, Build, Operate, and Transfer Program, we will complement your kind gesture, Excellency, with 7,000 green accommodation capacity hostels, so that we bring the capacity hostels in the next 2 years of this university to 10,000. Our AI flagship infrastructure will be the state-of-the-art Innovation and AI Center to enable our facilities and students have a conducive space. We will be proposing, under the same model of Build, Operate, and Transfer, a modern green campus, housing an administration block and an academic hall. Sir, energy for this university must be reimagined. Our roof-to-power initiative will produce green and renewable solar energy for ourselves and the national grid. Your Excellency, the government bottom-up economic transformation plan that envisages an increased tax base will become a reality based on how we handle this university and how we handle the cooperative movement. This is where we must invest. Excellency, we look forward to your support and that of government departments. We will not be coming to ask for any money. We will only ask for no objection letters and letters of support and cabinet approvals. Our proposal is ambitious. Our proposal is ambitious, but courage dictates that we be ambitious. There comes a time when the consciousness of our people must be raised. This calls for courage. I'm so honored, Your Excellency. Since you appointed me 2 months ago, we went out to form a coalition of partners on this 3 agenda. And today, we will be signing memorandum of cooperation to kickstart the Chancellor's Legacy Program. Your Excellency, before you, I want to introduce the Africa Guarantee Fund, a leading African development finance institution supporting SMEs across more than 45 countries. AGF, represented here today, and their host countries here in Kenya, by its CEO, Mr. Jules Ngakam, is here today. I request Your Excellency, Mr. Jules, to come to shake your hand, because he has done an extraordinary to trust this university. Let's clap for AGF. Africa Guarantee Fund will be signing with Cooperative University to co-create the Cooperative Stimulus Program to unleash the capacity of the cooperative movement convened by this university on this day. Excellency, today also, and we also had this meeting when we were in China last week, we are honored that today this university will be signing with Huawei Technologies, a leading digital company from China. And Excellency, I want to introduce to you the Deputy CEO, Public Affairs, Huawei. Please. Thank you, Excellency. So the Cooperative University with Huawei Technology will sign a memorandum of cooperation to advance this university to be the capital of artificial intelligence in this country. Additionally, Excellency, a cabinet-level nominee for President Tinubu of Nigeria, a Gen Z like me, Excellency, I want to introduce to you the cabinet-level nominee, the Bank of Agriculture Nigeria CEO, who has been appointed by President Tinubu, is here today. Because the Bank of Agriculture Nigeria, the Cooperative University of Kenya, wants to co-create and lead an impactful program to strengthen agricultural cooperative financing, ensuring sustainable development for our farmers and agribusinesses. Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, my friends, I began this address claiming that I know something that you all know about courage. A bold claim, perhaps. Courage has a way to make someone dare and dream, to imagine and make a different future. On June 13th, 2011, this institution, it was called Cooperative College of Kenya. Two ladies here with us, Professor Esther Gisheru and Madam Ansieta Mwiti. Madam Ansieta Mwiti. These two ladies, Excellency, by way of a competitive interview, we were three of us. They chose me and gave me an opportunity for my first job after my undergraduate as an assistant program officer in this institution. Thank you. I was young. I was inexperienced. In fact, I had not graduated 14 years later. Your Excellency, our President, you have honored me to be back where I began my career with a solemn mandate to lead this institution into the future. I am emboldened by the commitment of everyone gathered here to this singular institution, to the common cause of higher education and the cooperative movement in our country. Together, we must transform uncertainty into opportunity and scale this institution for an intelligent era. Your Excellency, we will build for the next generation a university, the Cooperative University of Kenya, that ranks amongst the elite of the world. A home for the next generation of research. We will seize this moment, Excellency, with courage, the cooperative courage. Thank you.